All right, cool. So my sound is better. There we go. And I'm starting to see some green. There we go. There we go. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Thanks for joining your boy. Let me make sure my bots is right. Yo, these bots is crazy, bro. I'm seriously like, it took me about 20 minutes this morning to try to make sure that these bots was working and all of that shit. And then after the 20 minutes, I reset the app and it didn't matter because the bots was not working. Besides that, I got like little shit going on in the corner right here that I couldn't figure out before jumping on here. So, yeah, this is a journey and it will continue to, I will continue to have to grow. Anyway, make sure this shit is right. Make sure people know that I'm here. I've been texting my homies this week, trying to actually get niggas to come. Pause. Alright, so I think this is popping up. Alright, we'll see about that later. Hello. Happy Monday. It's good to see you. It's good to be seen. Today is quite a day, man. I will say this. I don't hate my job like most people, so I don't have a case of the Mondays type situation. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, Monday, but hell no. So, anyway, I'm gonna play a song for y'all. Let's call this one, okay, Bills? Alright, cool, whatever. Let's play this song, assuming that bills matter to you and your job and all of that shit. Oh, my TV. Oh, my TV. There we go. Sorry about that.
I just pay my bills, yeah. I just took her out, I just bought the meal, yeah. I just paid in cash, I just paid the bill, yeah. I just paid for gas, $100 bill, yeah. Money call my phone, yeah. Rolling me alone, coming to my home, yeah. I just pay my bills, yeah. I got money still. I just pay my bills, I just pay my bill, yeah. I got money still, yeah.
Talk to me. Tell me what's going on with you.
Oh, I'm an escaped convict, wanted for hate crimes and now murder. It's been a good year.
That's good.
My bills, I just pay my bills, yeah. I just took her out, I just bought the meal, yeah. I just paid in cash, I just paid the bill, yeah. I just paid for gas, $100 bill, yeah. Money call my phone, yeah. Rolling me alone, coming to my home, yeah. I just pay my bills, yeah. I got money still. I just pay my bills, I just pay my bill, yeah. I got money still, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a song that's clearly not finished. But this one is. I really hope you like this.
Waking up early morning, it's still dark outside. I ain't trying to leave, I would rather stay inside. But we need the money, yeah, we need the money. Yeah, we need the money, but we need the money. But we need the money, yeah, we need the money. But we need the money, yeah, we need the money. Yeah, I ain't wanna know your name, but I couldn't pass. I don't care how you doing, but I had to ask. Cause I need the money, yeah, I need the money. Yeah, I need the money, cause I need the money. Yeah, we need the money, cause we need the money. Yeah, we need the money, cause we need the money. Yeah, we need the money. Yeah, we need the money. Yeah, we need the money, cause we need the money. Yeah, we need the money, cause we need the money.
Yep.
Yeah, we need the money.
Wake up every morning when the sun low, low. Still dark, so cold. Still go, gun, ho. Wake up every morning when the sun low, low. Still dark, so cold. Still go, gun, ho. Wake up every morning, get that cheese, cheese.
Happy Monday.
Wake up every morning when the sun low, please. Get that cheese, Wake up every morning.
Shout out my
when
man
the sun
Tone.
low, still dark, so
Maybe y'all gonna meet
still
him soon. Who knows?
gung-ho. Yippee-ki-yay, unbreakable. Guess I gotta die hard. Need
Get your
a check
coffee.
on sell my soul. Cause I don't got one white fight, kids. Even if you don't like it, I'ma still write this. I'ma handle mine like a dog wouldn't have it. 8 o'clock in the clock won't stop. Like the Jabberwockies and the dog dancing pop, lock, look. Early bird get the worm, got the breath. I'm a squirm, I'm the bull actor, but my brothers call me Ed. Got my ex spraying for me as I'm working like I am.
We need the money. Yeah, we need the money. Yeah, we need the money. Oh, we need the money. Oh, we need the money. Yeah, we need the money. Oh, we need the money. Yeah, we need the money.
Wake up every morning when the sun low. Still dark, so cold. Still go, gun, ho. Wake up every morning when the sun low. Still dark, so cold. Still go, gun, ho.
I don't wanna ever leave, but I booked the tour.
That change.
I woke up at 3:30 and I left at 4. Cause I need the money. Yeah, I need the money. Yeah, I need the money. Cause I need the money. Yeah, we need the money. Cause we need the money. Yeah, we need the money. Cause we need the money.
Hey, welcome to the Wake and Bake Show, your daily Philly sports philosophy, vocabulary, and motivational gaming show. And I'm a fancy clown. Looks like my homies didn't make it here yet, but it's okay. The show will go on. So that song, man, I made that song in 2019, about December. I remember very specifically when I made that song because I remember what my inspiration was. I was working at the Fillmore concert venue, and I think one of the shows that I had worked for that Christmas. Now, I remember this specifically. It was a state prop reunion show. That shit crazy. And it was everybody there. It was like Beans hosted it, but literally they had like fucking Petey, Oskino, Miss Jade, like Jadakiss, Freeway. They had pretty much every Philly rapper you could imagine except for like Meek and Cassidy, but like everybody else. And then other people who just kind of like were around at that same time during when State Prop got big and all of that shit. Like Joel Santana was there. You know what I'm saying? Like there was many people there. But anyway, I was at this joint and I was feeling real nostalgic and shit. And I was telling the homies that I worked with, like, yo, these is all the people I grew up on. And they ain't know who none of them niggas was. But I was so excited, but I was like mad that I had to be there doing my job and shit. And I was like, damn, man, it's cool to work here, but it ain't cool working here. So I told my homie, I was like, we need a song where we basically are saying, like, I did all of this shit in my life because I needed the money. Other than that, there was no reason to do it. So that was that concept. And then shortly after I recorded that song, pandemic came. And yeah, that shit changed everything. But yeah, that's probably one of my best songs that I ever wrote. Objectively speaking, of course, which is impossible because it's me. It look like we got a couple more people in here. What up, y'all? Anyway, so the word of the day. Let's go ahead and get to it. The word of the day is a weird one, man. So it's buttress, right? It's buttress. So like my history with this word is kind of fun. I remember architecture. I remember flying buttresses, right? Because I pay attention to like churches and cathedrals and shit, and that's something that happens often. Flying buttresses. So I was like, okay. Anyway, let me read the definition. Is a noun and a verb. Buttress can mean support or reinforcement. uh, provided stability with a projected structure of masonry or wood. Uh, to provide support, this is the verb now, to provide support to increase strength, right? So, like, in my mind, I'm thinking, like, okay, so you got a wall, right? And then you got these things that come out from the wall that allow the wall to be supported on some shit, but they also look nice too. You know what I'm saying? So, buttresses, like, for instance, I like to have this page be popular. And I would like that popularity to be buttressed by the fact that it's like well designed and like good quality too, right? So like I want that to be a supporting factor. And that's what a buttress is. A buttress is like a supporting factor. Or if you want to buttress something, you want to support that shit and like you want to fortify it and reinforce it. So, buttress. It sounds weak, but it's actually strong as shit. And so I mean, I guess I could come up with another example of how to use that word, right? One of my main buttresses, one of my main professional buttresses is my resume. Or I've used my resume to buttress my professional career over the years. You know, shit like that. So that's the word. And let's hop on to the information portion of the show. So, yeah, man, as you know, it's Monday. We just had a weekend. I have a fucking toothache right now. I'm going to just let y'all know that right now. Not only do I have a toothache, but these are my last two smokes. I could probably stretch it to a third, but who knows? We're going to see if we need it. I have a toothache right now, so I have to go pick up my prescription today. Oh, look at that. And someone is about to come and ask me questions. Give me a sec. Anyway, I got a toothache today. I woke up extremely early this morning. Usually it's like I wake up at like 9:30 to get prepared for this. Appreciate it. My homie got it for me. I never wear it because it's too flat, but it went with the shirt, so I figured I'd wear it today. But and good to see you, man. I appreciate you showing up, dog. So I got a toothache today, and usually I wake up at like 9 o'clock to get prepared for this, and go to sleep at like 4 or 5 because I'm like gaming all night and shit and watching the Phillies. It's hard to catch up on baseball games. It's a lot of them shits. But today was different. Today I had a toothache for the last 2 or 3 days, so I've been sleeping throughout the weekend. Like I've been trying to sleep it off because the people that I go to for my prescription, it wasn't available. So I was like, all right, there's only two ways to get rid of this shit, and one of them is sleep. So I slept a lot. But besides sleeping a lot, I also played a lot of Remnant. I hit like, I don't know. Last time I was on this joint, I think I might have had a boss fight that I was struggling over. I think I'm 3 bosses ahead of that now. Yeah, it's a whole thing. But anyways, I didn't have a great weekend. But that don't mean I'm not going to have a great fucking week. I'll tell you that straight up. It's Monday. It's my choice. So, the Phillies had a good weekend. We swept the fucking Cardinals, which is cool because, you know, they're not a good team. They're not really trying to win. And this late in the season, we really need it for this wild card chase. We actually dropped one game to San Francisco, which is crazy because it was still an amazing game. That was the game where we were down by 3 in the ninth. Bryce Harper stepped up, bottom of the ninth, fucking hits a 3-run homer. Ties the game up. We ended up losing that shit in the 10th, though. It is what it is. It was a wonderful game. But other than that, we on a 5-game winning streak. As October comes closer and closer, the pitching looks so good. Our pitchers are going deeper into any games than any other team since the All-Star break. Hitting, the bats have woken up. I don't know if I mentioned this the other day, but this month, the Phillies actually broke a world record. Sorry, not a world record. A franchise record for home runs hit in a month, which is huge. And last night, they had Mike Schmidt on the call. And Mike Schmidt, y'all know Mike Schmidt is like that chill, cocky ass dude. Like, I remember one time they was like, Mike Schmidt, what do you do with all your golden gloves? He's like, they're in storage somewhere. But I do like to keep the big one out. And then they said, the big one? He's like, yeah, they send you one when you get 10 of them, they send you one big one. Light flex. That's what Mike Schmidt does. Light flex. Yesterday, they was like, Bryson Stott is about to, they said, Bryson Stott has so and so many home runs. He's just 200 and some home runs away from our other guy from Vegas, which is Bryce, of course. That was fun. And then Mike Schmidt. And then Mike Schmidt goes, well, how many is that away from the record, right? Mentioning himself, bringing himself up for no fucking reason. Go ahead, Mike Schmidt. I love him, though. Hall of Famer. He great. He brought us a chip. He worth it. So another thing Mike Schmidt said, Mike Schmidt is a funny motherfucker. Another thing Mike Schmidt said was, they said, he is so-and-so, it was Nolan Arenado. They were like, he actually has 200 and something home runs, leading all third basemen or some shit like that. Number 12 is what they said. Number 12th all time in third baseman. I think that's what they said. And then Mike Schmidt said, well, I know who he's not better than. And they started dying. They started looking at him like, oh, yeah, you? And he was like, nah, I was going to say A-Rod. Oh, my God. And then they had a debate about whether A-Rod went down as a shortstop or a third baseman. But Mike Schmidt be cocky as shit. One thing he did yesterday that I ain't like, though. Taryn Thatcher, the chick that covers the sideline, does all that stuff. She was talking about how Aaron Nola has adopted this like belly dancing workout routine that he got from Mike Lawrenson and Michael Lorenzen, whatever. And she was saying like it's kind of interesting because he has admitted that he has been practicing with the technique, the belly dancing technique, but he hasn't done it in public yet. So you're not going to catch him doing it. But he said he does it in the privacy of his own home where he's comfortable. You know what Mike Schmidt said? Mike Schmidt said, that's fascinating. Hey, Taryn, you think you could give us a little demonstration? She said, fast as shit. Oh, I don't think I can. I didn't get any consultation from Michael or Aaron Nola. And then jumped right off. I was like, Mike, bro, you can't be sexually harassing these women, man. I love you to death, my guy, but shit, that's the shit that they used to do at my job. And then the manager will come in and be like, oh, he's just old. You know how the old school guys are. They just old. Mike Schmidt, 73. But you know what that nigga got? He got a wife. He got a daughter. He got a granddaughter. And he got some nieces and shit. And I know that he don't want his people to be objectified like that. So he shouldn't be objectifying that woman in a professional setting on the broadcast, for God's sake. Man, that shit bothered me. I ain't gonna lie. I love Mike Schmidt. Shout out to the Gall. But nah, that shit was weird. Anyway, to me, he has a lot of different good qualities that buttress his reputation and shit and allow him to get away with shit like that. But to me, it's kind of unacceptable. Anyways, Schwarber's doing great. These are the things that are going to buttress our playoff hopes. Schwarber's doing great. This nigga is walking like a champ. He's knocking balls out of the park like a champ. Castellanos, he's still swinging at everything, but he hitting them shits like a champ. Alec Bohm, this boy just he just hit his record home runs this year, and the games ain't over, so he gonna do even better. I think he's still leading the team in RBIs too. I could go down the list, man. Shout out to Jose Alvarado, who is making everybody necklaces for the clubhouse. Like, that right there, that's some championship shit. That's some good clubhouse shit. That's some good teamwork shit. He's making everybody necklaces. And niggas is rocking them, too. So I'm happy about that. The pitching is great. Like I said, they're going the deepest in the game since the All-Star break. And one thing I noticed that's bigger than everything, Bryce is having fun. It's amazing how much fun I'm seeing these boys looking like they had it. Sometimes watching good sports is cool, but when the intensity level is so high, like playoff intensity, that's high. You love that. You love that for the moment, but you don't want that all year. I know I wouldn't want it all year. I want some fun games. I want some light games. I want some games I could take the kids to. I want some games where I ain't got to worry about my stars getting injured. I want some games where I just get to see my young guys put up like 40. You know what I mean? I like those kinds of games. So I'm seeing that now. I'm seeing that the Phillies have like a weight off of their shoulders and they just moving. And I love it. I really love it. So I felt like last year was definitely our year. We had all the magic going, the timing, everything lined up. It was just romance, like I said before on here. But now I actually feel like technically we are sound. Like analytically we are sound. Statistically, we are leading the league in so many things, so many categories. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Braves are still out here looking like Goliath. But yo, man, we might be the closest thing to David I seen. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Uh, Let me transition to basketball real quick. I just want to talk about the Sixers off season. Cause I mean, I don't know. I just feel like it needs to be summed up. Now, I don't know the order of all of these events, but I'm gonna go ahead and say these events. Because I was looking at somebody who was a Celtics fan, and they was basically saying how like this is what we did to get better in the offseason. And that's ideally what you want to do, right? You want to get better in the offseason. This is what we did to get better in the offseason. And the thing is, some of that shit is questionable. Like getting rid of Marcus Smart, to me, that's questionable. That's very questionable. Um, I'm not sure if they pay Malcolm Brogdon, but they chose Derek White over him, which also could be questionable. But ultimately, I think it's a pretty good move. I think it's a pretty good move. They signed Jalen. I think they did some alright stuff. Who else? They went and picked up that who else? Who else? They went and picked up Kristaps Porzingis. You know what I'm saying? They made some moves. Alright, so let's talk about the Sixers. So we started off our offseason by firing Doc. Shortly after we started off our offseason by firing Doc shortly after the playoffs. Which that's a lot. I mean, that's how you want to start. That's cool. Get it out of the way early. Let everybody know where they stand. That's cool. I ain't mad at that. So we fired Doc. Then we hired Nick Nurse. And then we did not sign Maxey to an extension. Had the option, but we wanted the cap flexibility. Embiid went on Maverick Carter's show and flirted with leaving Philadelphia. James opts in and requests a trade. James misses Embiid's wedding. James shows up to have burgers with Bun B. Is he selling the burgers or the buns? Because I feel like that's kind of weird and ironic. PJ chooses James. James goes to China and calls Daryl a liar. We match Paul Reed's offer. Montrezl Harrell tears his ACL and meniscus and is out for the season. We sign Mo Bamba. We sign Pat Bev. James gets fined $100K. NBA or the NBPA says, nah, respectfully. The league is investigating. We already lost picks from last year from this bullshit. And nobody is going to want to play here, even the stars. So now I'm hearing people talking about a rebuild. What if we went into another process? That's why I got all my shit on right now. Because what if we went into another process, yo? Do we want that? I know I don't want that shit. What am I prepared to do if we go into another process? Well, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to go to a lot of games. I'm going to hit a lot of games. I'm going to pick one person on my team to embrace. And I'm going to cheer for that motherfucker hard as hell. And I'm going to learn how to enjoy the regular season more. And I guess that's basically that. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it's fucking great TV, man. This off season has been so dramatic. It's great TV. But God, man, it's horrible team building. I don't know what to say. Um so yeah. I feel like if I had the choice, I would do it now rather than do it later. And I would trade Embiid while we actually have a little bit of, while he has a little bit of, I don't know, what do you want to call it? While his stock is high, I guess. I mean, he ain't doing shit to help it with these playoff performances and these interviews. All of these stars leaving him left and right, but I guess this is as high as it's ever going to be. I don't see it getting any higher than this. And that's 100% honesty.
I got you.
Hey, man. Duty calls. Show must go on, though. So I started this shit yesterday. I don't even know what to say, bro. I'm kind of like all over the place today, cause like I got a lot of shit going on in the background over here. Then like I had a plan, but the plan kind of fell through. And of course, then there's these averages. Gotta keep in mind these averages. Anyway, I started this shit yesterday. I downloaded it because it was 200 gigabytes. And I was like, that's a lot. That bitch must be intense. And I was looking on the Game Pass games. General options. I'm gonna go to the main menu. I was looking at the Game Pass games, and this was like top 10 in popularity right now. But I didn't know why. I couldn't even guess why. So I was like, fuck it. Let's see why. I did download like 4 other games this weekend. I downloaded Ark. ARK. That shit was just different. I wasn't ready for it. It was a whole lot more control and crafting and all of that than I was ready for. I downloaded Anthem. I just want to fly. I just want to fucking fly, dog. Let's fly out of Philly. And let's go to Atlanta. That's a long ass flight. That is a long ass flight. Maybe I should just go to New York. Yeah, I'm gonna just go to New York. New York Skyports. Alright, yeah, that's not a badass. Alright, cool. Oh, my tooth is fucking killing me. But, anyway. I was like, yeah, let's see what this shit is all about. And then last night, I turned it on just because I figured to use, you know, like, you gotta be prepared for when you're downloading games with this shit. Like, you might have to sign into something or register an account or download some extra DLC or something. And as I thought, I did have to download some extra DLC. But then I figured, all right, let me go see what this training is. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to actually just get in a cockpit and use every tool. But this joint ain't as easy as I thought it was. Like, alright, well at least it's daytime now. Last time they made me take off at night. Okay, first thing I need to do is turn off my parking brake. And then get the engine going. Alright, now we going. Alright, now I just gotta keep it straight on the runway. Get that engine going a little bit more. Alright, so I'm basically gonna take off at 55 knots. See, like these controls and shit, I can't even see the shit move. Alright, we at 64. Okay. Let's take off, baby. That is takeoff. Alright, now the ADA, which I'm just guessing is the altitude ascension or whatever, if that's what that says, the ADA. I gotta keep that bitch just going up, but like not too. I gotta keep it straight. I can't have it too angled. All right, so basically we just keep this going until I hit like 5,000 feet, and then I could get ready to turn the engine down, coast, and put this bitch in autopilot, I think. Now, I don't know how to do shit. I just kind of gathered this. I did takeoff training. I have not done landing training. I have tried to land a couple times. I fucked my gear a lot, but I did get one successful landing done. I don't know if today is going to be retract flaps. I didn't know my flaps was out. Alright, so uh-oh. Gotta keep that angle. I hope I'm still ascending. Alright, yeah, I'm still ascending. The throttle is the heaviest thing. Like, if I let go of this throttle, this shit get weird. But yeah, this motherfucker was relaxing last night. I ain't gonna lie, man. It was dark. I was listening to my podcast, and it was just going. I was feeling it. Keep this bitch straight. Keep ascending. I'm at 1400 already. This is probably my smoothest fucking takeoff. Now the problem is I'm going in the wrong direction. I should be headed just straight north. So let me turn this bitch around slightly. Keep it straight. Uh-oh. Yeah, so that ADA shit, man, that's everything. When I was fucking it up in the beginning, that was basically what was fucking me up. The ADA. So right now, alright, I've overshot my turn. These niggas is talking, but I don't know how to answer them. Now, I know how to put it in the autopilot, but I don't feel like I should be doing that quite yet. So yeah, man, the other game I downloaded was called Anthem. Let me turn this shit down, cause stable. All right, yeah, turn this down cause the engine is too much. The other game I got was called Anthem, and it looked really incredibly fun. But when I started it, it was also incredibly fun when I started. It was a lot of flying around and shit. Not as much action as I like. But I feel like, you know, that was just a section of the game that I was in. And that could have went further. But after I did the first mission, I tried to change my gun. My gun was like some type of rifle shit, and I was trying to change it to an automatic shit. And I did see the options in the beginning of the game to like be able to change it. But I never saw that option come back, and then I was never able to change it. Then I played online like 3 times, and I was never able to change my gun. And I kept trying. And then I got frustrated and deleted that shit. So my homie told me like, nah, don't even waste your time with it. But I was like, no, that shit looked fun. He was like, it was a disappointment, and all these people hate it and all that. I'm like, I don't care. That's what they said about Battlefield, and I still have fun playing Battlefield because I wasn't expecting anything. I just took it for what it was and was like, okay, this is an adequate game. But nah, fucking that shit became frustrating not being able to change my gun, bro. Like being in a battle and just having to like click this trigger over and over, not being able to have an automatic weapon. Fuck, it was making me angry. So I deleted that shit, even though the game looked really fun, and it was to a very fair extent if I would have been able to shoot the damn gun I wanted to shoot. But yeah, that was Anthem. Another game I downloaded was called like Rage 2. Rage 2 was colorful, and it seemed like it was gonna be fun, but it was basic. It was just super basic. It wasn't like it was like it had mad Call of Duty elements, and then it had like a lot of Mad Max type shit going on with the future and all of that shit. All right, we at 4,000 feet. All right, a whole lot of Mad Max shit going on, but for some reason it just wasn't. There wasn't nothing in it to like really keep me. And then when I had to decide whether or not to download this, I deleted that just to download this. And I've spent more time doing this than I've spent on Rage 2. So, shout out to all you Rage 2 fans out there. And I ain't did shit on this. I don't even know how to land this motherfucker. I'ma die. For real, for real. When I get to New York, I'ma die. Get back on course a little bit. Only thing I looked up on here was I did a little bit of practice for the takeoff, and that was it. And honestly, I didn't even get any successful takeoffs during that practice. I went and plotted a course and then had to figure out why I keep crashing. But I figured it out. But I read so many stories about like how people randomly jump into airplanes and like fly them. Shout out to those motherfuckers, because that shit ain't easy. Shit is not a car. Excuse me. Not a car. I still don't know what my flaps do. Still don't know what the trims do. And this is the only plane that I've flown so far too. I do want to, get on some heavy commercial shit, like a passenger plane, or even like a cargo plane. I would like to see how those bitches handle. But you gotta start somewhere. Alright, baby, we at 5,000 feet. We doing pretty good right now. I need to head due north, little bit east. Seeing Brandywine right there. So I think they show you all of these points of interest, like if you need to like crash land or some shit. Cause I did do this thing where I skipped. I was trying to fly from Philly to Boston, and I skipped to cruising altitude. I don't know what that is yet. Oh shit. Too much. Yeah, I skipped ahead to like cruising altitude, and then I was out of fuel for some reason. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but I was out of fuel. So, needless to say, I tried to crash land into a park. I can't remember which park. It was around this area though. It was like it was still Pennsylvania. And I think I did pretty well, but they said I fucked my landing gear. Which I guess is better than fucking your whole plane, right? Because that means you would have survived, ideally. Alright. Now I'm at 6,000 now. I don't know how high I should be. I really do not. I'm afraid of heights. That's the reason I'm really downloading this game. Well, that's the reason I really downloaded this game. Because I was like, well, this is probably something that I'll never do in real life. I remember a couple years back when I had a girl, my plan was to propose to her in a hot air balloon. Then she found out about it because she saw my emails, and she saw the brochure and shit, and she was like so excited about it. And then I just got super nervous, super nervous. We're not together no more. Also, I had plans to go and jump out of a plane some years ago with my coworkers. I bought the tickets, we planned it out and shit. It was supposed to be on a Wednesday. And I woke up that Wednesday and I felt great. I felt too good to jump out of a fucking plane. So I called them and was like, yo, I should probably get on a plane and land with it first. Because at that point in my life, I had never flown either. So I was like, I should probably just get on a plane, like the traditional way. God damn, they keep taking these winds, man. Taking nigga off course. Yeah, the traditional way, and then think about jumping out of that joint. So, yeah, I never jumped out of a plane. I got a homie that jumped out of a plane because he's a military guy. I actually never even asked him about that experience. I should probably interview him about that. Like on some like, get my little 21 questions together. Ask him what he was thinking. Heart was racing, what was going through his mind. Whether the simulations prepared him or not. Whether he wanted to do it again. Did he feel like he conquered anything? All of that shit. Shit, this is the highest I've done been so far. 72. And I was thinking about this last night. I was like, yo, if anybody actually like say for instance, if my homie Azor watches this, I don't know if you still here, Azor. If my homie Azor watches this, he gonna be looking like this shit is boring as hell. But niggas don't know like how much work I'm doing right now. Like, I really gotta pay attention to like all of these fucking knobs and shit. 7,500. I don't know how high this bitch is supposed to go. I'm just gonna keep climbing though. And we gonna see if I start nosediving or something. We gonna keep it due. Alright, so it's the arrow, right? The pink arrow is telling me exactly where I need to be going. And if I stay on course with that arrow, then that'll be the shortest arrival time. Meanwhile, I got these winds pushing me though, due west, and I'm still climbing. And this, like I said, this is the highest I've been, so I'm not trying to lose control of this motherfucker. Yeah, this is relaxing as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry, guys. So, for those of you who aren't going to stick around until the end, I want to get into the quotes. Let's get into the quotes. Just remember the word buttress. Try to buttress those around you. Try to allow those around you to buttress you. Try to buttress and fortify all your efforts. Try to buttress and fortify all your thoughts and ideals. Or try to challenge them. See how easily torn down they could possibly be. Because they might need to be buttressed a bit more. But now let's get into these quotes. Yesterday, I found a quote from Mark Twain. But the problem with Mark Twain is, I love that motherfucker, bro. The nigga say so much clever shit, bro. It's ridiculous. One of my favorite books I ever read was Chapters from My Autobiography by Mark Twain. So I found a quote, and then I was like, damn, that's a good quote, and I wrote it down. And then I found another quote, and I was like, damn, that might be better. So I have like a page of Mark Twain quotes right now. And I'm just gonna just say them arbitrarily as I see the page in front of me. Ooh, we still climbing, baby. 85. And we right on course. I love it. I fucking love it. So he said, the secret to getting ahead is getting started. Quick example. My homie, my cousin, he told me, damn, I should have just made a Twitch channel when I started using Twitch back in 2011. Blew my motherfucking mind. Do you know that's 12 years ago? I didn't know Twitch was around 12 years ago. I think the first time I heard about Twitch was when I think Academics mentioned it. And for me to be watching Academics on YouTube still, that had to be like 2017, 2016. Maybe 2018. And so, yeah, I didn't know Twitch existed until fairly recently. If it's been around for 11 years, at least half that I didn't know about. So yeah, if he'd have got started, if we'd have got started, if I'd have got started, shit, 5 years from now, 5 years from then, we'd be a little bit further ahead, right? I have yet to be able to tell you what turbulence is, but I do expect to learn it soon. Am I still over Philly? This looked like the Schuylkill or the Delaware or some shit. I am going east, so this could be the Delaware. What the fuck is it? I wonder if they got an option where you can like turn shit on. Oh shit. I'm losing. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Come on. Stabilize, nigga. Alright, let's go. Get back on. Straighten up. God damn. Straighten up. Alright. Shit, I might need to smoke. These winds up here are crazy. Alright, I'm about to put this bitch on autopilot for a second and see what it does different than what I was doing. Cause I feel, oh, damn, I ain't even hit Willow Grove yet, bro. It's been like 20 minutes. I gotta, I'm doing this wrong. I gotta be going quicker than this. I'm still climbing. So I think like commercial flights, don't they fly at like 30,000 feet or some shit like that? Cause I know all this detail is not discernible when you really up. Yeah, talk about a case of the Mondays. I'm up here flying a fucking plane. By the way, the boss fight on Remnant right now, I don't want no parts of that shit today. Maybe I'll show you tomorrow. Who knows? I got a lot that I'm going through today, especially with this toothache. So I still gotta go get my meds. Once I get my meds, then I might feel a little bit better. As far as like, you know, getting dominated by some devil-looking motherfucking pan demon. Right now, it ain't in me though. Right now, I just need to relax. Fly a plane and shit. Let's get to that second quote. So the second quote. Courage is absence of fear. Mastery of fear. But, wait a minute. I fucking wrote that shit down wrong. Oh, that's bullshit. Sorry. So, they said alright, I'm gonna try to remember it. But he said, courage is, it's not absence of fear. It's mastery of fear. It's probably, the putting away of fear, but it's definitely not the absence of fear. So yeah, I fucked that John up. This is my favorite one, I think. But this one isn't as applicable to so many people. Not the courage thing. The courage thing, I guess if I was to speak on that, it's just to say, you know, all the most courageous people feel fear. Everybody feels fear. But it's how well can you ignore that shit? Same thing as pain. I feel pain all the time. I feel pain right now. How well can I ignore it though? Considering how many times I'm talking about my meds today, it's not easy. And I'm not doing a great job. Yo, I am fucking twice as high as I've ever been. This, to me, is an achievement. Now, I don't know how long a flight to New York is supposed to take in real time. Because apparently this bitch is to scale. Uh-oh. Alright, let's relax with this fucking climbing now. And just worry about getting this bitch on course. Okay. Straighten up. No, straighten up. Like shit, I'm scared of failure. I'm scared that I'm gonna fail everything that I try. Guess what though? I done failed so fucking much. That feeling is easy as shit to ignore now. Cause I could just add shit to the list at this point. Plus, I know the worst part of failure is just, I don't know. What is the worst part of failure? Fuck. Now that's something to think about. That's something to philosophize over. Let's go over. Let's philosophize over that. Let me put this bitch in autopilot.
Volunteer tree 9er 16.
All right. Let's see what she dropped down to.
Swamp tree 2. Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
All right. So she's dropping
Roger,
down
Cessna X-ray Golf
and
Sierra.
headed. I guess
Going to
she's not trying to.
126.85 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
I don't get it.
Philadelphia approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf.
Why the fuck is she
Sierra
turning
1,
around?
0,100 feet.
I'm going to New York. See, this is why fucking autopilot shit. Give me my goddamn fucking plane. This is bullshit, bro. Wasting my motherfucking time. Ain't never gonna get to New York flying this way. So anyway, what's the biggest thing I fear about failure? It used to be what people would think. It used to be like the embarrassment of failure. Not even what people would think. Fuck what they think. The embarrassment of failure. Just knowing that there's motherfuckers out there succeeding, but I'm not one of them. That's a bother. Oh yeah, she turned the engine down because we had cruising altitudes. But like, what's so bad about the embarrassment of failure? I don't know, bro. Because if I really think about it, like, back in the day, it would be what people could be saying behind your back, what people are thinking about you. But that shit really doesn't apply anymore to me. That doesn't matter at all. Like, I sincerely don't give a fuck at this point. So those fears are not applicable anymore to me. So I guess my biggest fear of failure at this point would be wasting my time, because I'm getting older and I'm getting wiser. And I do really feel like the choices that I make reflect on my character. And, you know, maybe if it was my knowledge and my wisdom it reflected on, then I would feel like nothing about it, because I don't think too highly of those things. But my character, I want that to reflect something better than myself, something greater than myself. So those choices that I make and are judged on, I definitely don't want those to be seen as foolish. So I guess that's why, because I think I represent something big. I represent something higher than me. So that matters. I guess that matters. But if that didn't matter, I could possibly just rock. Plus, like, what is success, right? If failure is one thing, what the fuck is success? And to me, I think success is really just... Oh, shit. This is crazy. To me, I think that success is really just achieving. Now, try to keep shit as open as possible, but achieving your goal, achieving anything. Sometimes you don't even set the goal, but there is an achievement. And then you're able to recognize the value in it. Alright, I'm diving. I don't know why I'm diving, but it's probably because my engine is super fucking... Just turn my engine down. So I would dive. I don't know how to fly, but I know one thing. It's too early to be diving like that. Alright. Just keeping this bitch on course is like challenging, bro. So there's settings. There's like easy, medium, hard settings and shit. I definitely chose medium. Usually I choose hard with every game, but this don't seem like much of a game. This seemed like life and death. But if I would have chose hard, then I probably would be more prepared to fly a plane. Damn, bro. I feel like I should be much further by now. Do they have like course projections or anything? Like, can I see how far I am? Is there anything to read? I suppose I'm going pretty quick. They still got me like on some dive shit though. I'm absolutely not trying to be flying. I mean, I was at 10,000 earlier. So I guess 75 is like reasonable. This motherfucker don't want to stay on course, yo. I guess that's the wind from the ocean or whatever. All right. Let's get into the next quote. And this is my favorite, I think, out of all of them. 72. I'm an old man, and I've known a great many troubles, but most of them never happen. I'm gonna say that again. I am an old man, and I've known a great many troubles, but most of them never happen. That reminds me of this Deer Hunter song that I listen to when I'm trying to wrap shit up at the end of every shift. Nothing ever happened to me. Nothing ever happened to me. That is a fucking concept right there. At the end of a work shift, when I get abused, when I get fucking taken advantage of, when I'm tired, when I'm at my wit's end, the end of my rope, I like to play a song called Nothing Ever Happened to Me. Huh. I never really thought about that. But anyway, I guess what he's saying is a lot of my biggest fears and dramas, issues and qualms never actually manifested themselves. And I can actually attest to that in my own life. A lot of the things that I had the most fear for, or a lot of the things that I was worried the most about, shit never became an issue. Shit never even popped up. So I'm getting to the point now where like, fuck a fear, unless it's really gonna be out here fighting for itself, I'm not gonna keep it alive. You know what I mean? Unless it's really gonna be out here reinforcing, improving, and buttressing its own existence, nah, I'm not gonna be the one to do it. Cause like, we ain't in the jungle no more. I mean, we are, don't get me wrong. It's just the man instead of lions and shit. But like, we ain't necessarily in the jungle no more, so like, a lot of these fears, a lot of these instincts, a lot of these gut feelings and shit, they ain't really all what they cracked up to be. See, I don't understand why. I just turned my engine up and shit. I don't understand why I am still descending. I mean, I'm keeping it straight for the most part. I'm not trying to ascend, but I'm also not trying to descend. I was at 72 last I took note. I do understand why why it's pushing me westward. So it's like 5 days left until Starfield, man. I'm excited about that. Homie hit me up yesterday and was like, yo, you gonna download that, John? I'm sitting here like, yo, I fucking already got it. Cursor mode, toolbar panel. Toggle the on-screen cursor to open the toolbar. While in cursor mode, A is used to select. I know that, bitch. Press L to toggle the on-screen cursor and open the toolbar. Yeah, I ain't worried about that. Can you turn off? Let me get back on course. Oh, that looked like an Air Force base or some shit. Oh, no, it's probably not. It's probably just a private runway or some shit. Man, fuck out of my face. Oh, man. I just saw a text. I just read it and reacted to it. Now, what I'm not going to do is respond to it. Because that was my immediate response to that text. And because that's how I feel, I'm not going to say nothing right now until that's no longer how I feel. Then once that's not how I feel anymore, I'll be able to better assess whether or not or how I want to respond. But today is a day. Today is quite a day already. Basically, long story short, somebody did something that I thought was very disappointing and completely ignored me on some shit when I was doing them a favor. And then, after they completely ignored me, I hit them up like, yo, I'm the one doing you a favor. Talk to me. What did I do wrong? Why am I getting treated like this? Let me know, because I ain't for it. Let me know how I earned it. And then they hit me and said, what you mean? So that's my thing. I don't mean nothing. That's the answer right there. I don't mean nothing at all. We don't got no business. Because you ain't my wife. So, I ain't stuck with you. I don't have any obligation to make sure that you understand where I'm coming from. Or any of that shit. So, shout out to that person. I'll love you forever. But, I ain't got shit to say right now. Except for, fuck is you talking about? I'm trying to get to New York. And the crazy part is, think I'm gonna make it? If this is like a fucking hour-long flight, man, I'm gonna be really disappointed. Like, what am I looking at right now? Hunterton? 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 I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know where that is. I could be fairly aggressive with this ascent. 3%, or no, 3 degrees. 3 degrees seems to be fairly aggressive. Yesterday I was on some fucking Make it blue, Tony. Get it right in the blue. Yeah, I was like this yesterday. Now I know that that is not conducive. We stable this bitch out a little bit. And in doing that, I have lost the course. Get back on track here. Let's go. Alright. 1%. Or sorry, 1 degrees, 2 degrees, 2 degrees, 1 degree, 1 degree. Stable it out. Perhaps I can compensate. Yo, y'all would not believe how fucking relaxing this is. Oh, and y'all couldn't even see? Yeah, y'all can see it. Y'all can see it right over my shoulder. I will move myself over though. Look at him. Look at him. Moving my ass over. My cousin told me to get 2K. Kind of looking forward to it, but I also know that it's going to be troublesome. Why is it going to be troublesome? Because I like being good at shit. And 2K, it costs a lot of money and time to be good at shit. Look at that, I got my water. Water making a special appearance on the stream. I'm trying not to fuck this shit up. They keep pushing me fucking west. And I can't let go of the controller for too long. Ooh. Ooh. That's so cold. That's so cold. So I really got to keep my hand on the trigger. Otherwise, it'll just keep blowing my plane. Am I ascending still? Yeah, I was. I need to chill. Stop blowing my shit. This shit's still blowing me. I'm holding this trigger oh so slightly. Alright, we just got away from the wind. Now I just let go of the trigger. Oh, gotta push it down a little bit more. There we go. Motherfuckers trying to take me for a ride. Oh shit. It's going too heavy on that throttle, bro. I ain't gonna lie, this shit is pretty fucking relaxing. Alright, let's get to the last quote. This is the one that if I had to choose them all, this is the one that I would have shared with you. The man with the new idea is a nut until the idea succeeds. Simple, simple, simple. I think the best statements are pithy. Oh, you know what? I think this other overlay will work better for this. Why not try it? See, if I do like this and compensate, then if I let it go, I still got control over it for a little bit. And I can go here.
York Approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is type Cessna 152 5 miles east of Kilo Sierra Mike, Quebec 8,900 feet. Request flight following. Squawk 0005 Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra. Roger Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra. Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra. New York Approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra 7,900 feet. Approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace. Cleared through Bravo airspace Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra. 128.55 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra. New York approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra, 6,000 feet.